Hey guys, I got the HD Cell 500 helicopter here. This is a 470 to 500 millimeter helicopter by a new company called HD Helicopter. Check out their website, hdhelicopter.com, and the HD Cell 500 is also posted on the HeliDirect website. I think you can pre-order it now, and I believe it's shipping around November 22nd, so it's coming out really soon here. Note this is a early prototype. It came out around IRCHA time, and you can actually check out the manual, which I think was posted very recently on the HD Helicopter website to see some of the final details. Really, I think the design philosophy here is minimalist and trying to get something that's silent and very lightweight, and I think they've managed to really achieve both those goals. It's an incredible work of art in terms of aluminum and carbon fiber. At the core of the helicopter you have this cell. The cell is this piece of aluminum, I believe that one of the designers said they used a 5-axis CNC machine for. It's beautiful. To this cell you have the 3 cyclic servos mounted. You have 2 bearing blocks, and then this thing actually has 3 bearing blocks. There's a third down here as well. You have the motor, mounts to a motor plate. The motor plate can actually move backwards and forwards to adjust this belt tension here. The main pulley is an amazing piece of art. I mean, look at this. This is an extra one that I have here. It's all aluminum, just incredible. And then flanges mount on here, both sides for the belt to ride on to the motor. And then you have your auto rotation drive gear, which is also another aluminum pulley, and then your belt back to your tail. Another really cool feature is that there's a I've never seen this before. I don't know if it exists anywhere. Is this belt tensioning system. Basically, you have a couple pulleys inside here, and you loosen a couple of grub screws, and this slides back and forth, and this allows you to tension the belt. You don't have to mess with pulling the boom back and forth or adjusting the tail box back and forth. So, really cool design. The head is a traditional swash-driven head. You see here, no DFC or anything like that. I know that they have they had an option. They showed at IRCHA for a DFC style, but I don't know if that's being offered anymore. And then for the anti-rotation lock, there's I believe it's like a Delrin tube here that locks into the cell here and works really well, and then connects up to your elevator servo. You mount your ESC up front here on another aluminum plate that mounts up to the cell, and then underneath here you have another battery tray that the battery attaches up to, and then you can just basically loosen these straps and then slide the battery forwards and backwards to get the CG where you want it. Right now I have a Pulse 4500 on here, which is a nice size if you're going to run the 500 millimeter blades. I would go smaller to like 3700 if you're going to run something like the 475 blades. Really up to you. The tail servo is located inside the frames. You can see here, I believe they're going to have an option for a mini servo, but the standard mount is for a full-size tail servo. And I actually have the BK mini servo in here with like a mounting option to make it a full-size mount. But this servo, by the way, works amazing on this model. Really, it's really a full-size servo in a mini case. You can see the motor bulging out, and the cyclic is the same style. And so the flybarless system mounts back on the rear deck, and then makes the wiring real easy to the cyclic servos back here, back to the tail servo, and then you need to run one wire back up the front for the ESC, and then you got the back here. I just put on a Western Robotics back here, which fit nicely. Good option for that. The frame is actually a 2-piece, so there's this inner frame here that hooks up to the cell and the boom back here, and then there's a secondary frame that comes out here, come down to the skid, and there's a CF plate here for the skid, and then it's kind of a hybrid design. You have the CF plate, and then you actually have the tubes down here. It's a really cool looking design. I haven't seen anything like that before. Let's see what else on the head. Really beautiful head block here. This model actually has 3mm bolt holes, but the final I believe has 4. And then they have some spacers, so if you're using like the 465mm blades, those are actually 3mm, so you put in the spacers to run those blades. Otherwise, I think you're seeing typically 4mm on the 500mm blades. And so I believe standard, you can just pop in the 500 millimeter and you don't have to change anything. Works great. Right now I've got a Quantum 4120 1100 in here. The final version of this motor actually is quite a bit lower, so it doesn't interfere with the canopy or anything. But very, very powerful motor for this model. This is really like a ballistic setup. Fantastic. I hope to get some flight video of this guy flying really soon. I actually have this running with an Icon now, and it's flying fantastic with it. Tail hold is really fantastic. The final version of the model, I believe, has a 4.8 tail gear ratio, which is great. I like higher ratios. That way you can run lower head speeds. And by the way, this is an incredibly quiet model. It's just like insane how quiet this is. Really, there's no gear mesh, so all you hear really is the motor, the blades. Super, super quiet. And it's very, very light. So if you like to mix it up with low head speed as well as high head speed, this model is fantastic for that because of the high tail gear ratio. And it's silent, so it just has that really cool sound to it. And I hope to get a flight video up soon so I can show that to you. Let's see, what else? I think that's about it. Really cool model. Shoot me an email or PM if you have any questions about it. And I believe this guy is shipping on November 22nd, so you can get your hands on one soon. And definitely go to hdhelicopter.com, grab the manual, have a look at it. And I think that's about it. Thanks.